Aggression's ruled my life. Every time I've been locked up, I have 13 violent felonies. I'm a two-striker. It's an impulse. When I feel hurt, lonely, scared, disrespected, I lash out, and it's a split second. I go from 0 to 100 in a split second. When I got out, when I paroled from prison, I had a vague idea of what I wanted to do and how I was going to get home. I was given $200 gate money and put on a bus. And once I finally made it to SAC, I was told that only one bus a day left to Placerville, and it was at 10 in the morning. So now I was stranded in Sacramento with about $100. So there happened to be a guy that was in the same situation as I was in, and he thought up an idea of, let's go halves on a motel room. Well, it sure beat staying overnight on the streets. So I said, okay. He went in first at the first motel. He came out and said they denied him. So it was my turn. I went to the next motel. They said, yes, you're the only one, right? Yes, I was the only occupant. I got the room key. By the way, that cost me $90. When I came out, the guy was nowhere to be found. I waited around for hours, didn't see the hide nor hair of the gentleman. So now I was having about $10 to $20 in my pocket. I still needed to eat, didn't have a change of clothes. I didn't even have a toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant. Now I was stranded. Talk about feeling completely alone, hopeless. So my next step was, where was I gonna go? I've known Randy for probably a little over 10 years. And right before I went in, when I was at the depth of my despair, basically, before I went into prison, he came and searched me out and wanted to give me hope. And he let me know that despite everything that was going on, there was a place for me, and that he had hope and faith in my recovery, and that God could restore all things, including my marriage and my life. But I needed to be ready. I obviously wasn't ready at the time, and but that seed was planted. So once I got to Placerville, and I could take a deep breath, I got a ride over to New Beginnings, and by the grace of God, Randy happened to be here. I came in, I talked to him, and I'll never forget that first little interview process or whatever. It was, I was so mad at God that I lost my family, I lost everything that I had, and I had no hope or faith in any of that being restored back to me. I was mad at God. If he had the power to stop those things, he didn't do it, and that's how I felt. And I told him so. And I told him that, you know, I know this is a faith-based program, but I haven't prayed in over 2 years, and it's going to be hard, but I'm willing to take a chance. So the difference now, I'm ready. I'm done. I don't think of it as a last chance. I don't think of it as this time. I don't think of it as third strike. I don't think of it any other way, as in, it's up to God to give him my life. It's up to God what he wants to do with me. It's up to God. You know, it says, you know, the God giveth and God taketh away. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. And I've heard that all my life, and it doesn't really mean anything until I lost everything. Before, I didn't know how to love. I wasn't loved as a child. I wasn't loved, didn't feel loved growing up. And it was only by finally loving God and allowing him to love me that I'm able to love my wife and my son. I mean, all things are possible through Christ. He gives me the strength. He takes those things away. He takes the bitterness, the anger, the aggression, the violence. He takes it out. All you got to do is give it to him and give a second. Just a second, and it's gone.